I recognize the honourable member for Cape Breton Centre, Whitney Pier.
Thank you, Speaker. The Chignecto Isthmus is one of the most critical pieces of infrastructure in the region. It carries our goods, connects us to the rest of the country. That's why it's so strange that this government doesn't seem to know much about the project to protect it. Yesterday, the Public Works Minister told journalists that he doesn't know if the project is still on track. He hasn't even asked his own department if a 10-year timeline is realistic. Why doesn't the minister want to know more about one of the most important projects in his department?
I recognize the Honourable Minister of Public Works.
Madam Speaker, it's clear to me that the member's listening skills and reading skills are not up to par. That's not what was reported. That's not what I said. What I said, Madam Speaker, is the work is happening on the Chignecto Isthmus. We are doing our due diligence to get ready. We're working with our partners, Madam Speaker. The question was around a specific timeline, Madam Speaker, and if I put a specific date on that and we missed it by a day, that member would be up screaming blue bloody theatrical murder.
I recognize the honourable member for Cape Breton Centre, Whitney Pier.
Speaker, we know that costs change. We know timelines change. But the least Nova Scotians can expect is some level of transparency. The timeline on the New Brunswick website, which was last updated in November, says that the construction phase is due to start next year. But the minister doesn't seem to know that. Meanwhile, communities living near the isthmus are watching the risk of flooding grow every year. Can the minister provide us with an updated timeline of when construction will begin to the best of his knowledge?
I recognize the Honourable Minister of Public Works.
Madam Speaker, I'm not sure if the member has driven past or knows where the isthmus is, but if she did, she would notice that construction has already begun to the tune of $2 million, Madam Speaker. Humongous, you can't miss it. There's a berm. It's 12, 13, 15 feet high, Madam Speaker. It's this wide. It's there as to protect the resiliency of our dikes that are there now. Madam Speaker, we're continuing to do the work that we need to do, and the isthmus will be. I don't know what's shameful about that.
Order. Come on. You're talking to me. Order. You're talking to me. I recognize the Honourable Minister of Public Works with 5 seconds.
Madam Speaker, they talk about behaviour. Ask a silly question, get a silly answer, Madam Speaker.